8 NXT rookies, 8 WWE pros, 1 dream.
Be the WWE's next breakout star. The pressure is building for our 8 NXT rookies. Just 2 weeks remain before the first elimination. Just 2 weeks until the end of someone's dream of becoming the WWE's next breakout star. I'm Michael Cole alongside Josh Matthews at ringside. Already in the ring, our host, he's Wink Martindale, Matt Striker.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT. Allow me to introduce your NXT rookies, Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Justin Gabriel, David Otunga, Skip Sheffield, Heath Slater, Michael Tarver, and Darren Young. Gentlemen, we're gonna get right into it. As you know, in 2 weeks' time, the pros poll will be revealed, and whomever is ranked last will be eliminated. Whoever remains will not only be the WWE's next breakout star, but one of you will earn a championship match live on pay-per-view. Now, last week, we had something called Rock'em Sock'em Rookies, which was a physical challenge won by Skip Sheffield. Skip was a feature on WWE.com, and over 10 million visitors saw that face. That is a lot of people, you're right. But tonight, we're gonna test your likability. We're gonna test your salesmanship with something called the Seal the Deal Challenge. Each of the rookies will make their way out into the arena among the WWE Universe. The concept is to sell as much merchandise as possible in a 60-second time frame. Whomever has the largest cash amount at the end of the challenge will not only win the competition, but will also have earned a match next week against a WWE pro of your choosing. Skip Sheffield, you are our first salesman. Please join me at ringside.
That's going to be interesting. So again, you've got to sell as much merchandise as you can.
Okay.
Within 60
Skip,
seconds.
Here are your programs. Here is your change. The suggested retail price is $15 per program. If you can get more power to you. Your sales territory is this area right here. You have 60 seconds to work the territory. Ready, set, go!
$15, come on. Only Daniel can buy that. Come on, who wants a program? One program over here. We got a program over here. Program, you know what's a program? Come on, man. Does anyone want a program? Do I got someone over? Right where? Right over here, sir. We got to get on up here. $15. Come on up, sir. Come on up. We got $15 right here. Thank you very much. Oh, I got another program right here. Come on, right here. Get it on up. $15 right there. Come on in. Thank you very much, little lady. Here's your change right there. Yep, there you go. Who wants another program? Come on, guys. Come on. I know some people want a program. We got 3. Who wants a program? Come on. WWE's finest. Let's go, people. Program right here. Oh, no, not for $1, ma'am. I'm sorry. They're 15, not $1. Come on. I need a program.
5. Got it? All right, that's 4 programs times 15. $60 is the amount to beat. The Seal the Deal Challenge continues. And now it's time for our first match here on NXT.
Well, $60 is the bar that's been set. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess we'll have to wait and see over the next hour.
How about the sales tactic of Skip Sheffield screaming at the members of the WWE Universe?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Heath Slater and Christian.
Christian, of course, the newest member of Friday Night SmackDown. He was drafted from Raw to SmackDown last night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, it's a tag team match. The Pro Christian and his rookie Heath Slater will take on the Pro Chris Jericho and his rookie Wade Barrett. That tag team match is next on NXT.
We're back on NXT, WWE Pro and NXT Rookie in a tag team matchup here tonight. Christian has his rookie Slater set for action.
And their opponents, Wade Barrett and Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, of course, now a member of Monday Night Raw after being drafted from SmackDown to Raw last week. Well, speaking of last week on NXT, Chris Jericho still stinging from perhaps the biggest upset in NXT history, maybe the biggest upset in WWE history.
Chris Jericho has been having nightmares about this match all week long. Jericho, a former World Heavyweight Champion, going one-on-one with an NXT rookie in Heath Slater. Jericho thought he had it wrapped up here with the walls of Jericho, even smiling a little bit. Slater rolls up Jericho, and the biggest upset in the history of NXT. Heath Slater defeated Chris Jericho, and then Jericho just went nuts.
Yeah, Chris Jericho throwing a temper tantrum.
You're the worst referee in the business. I bet you.
And what I like about Heath Slater is this. Last night on Monday Night Raw, Josh, Jericho called Slater to the ring, demanded him apologize. He blamed Slater for costing him his matchup against Edge in the steel cage at Extreme Rules on Sunday. Slater came right out to the ring. Jericho got a bit of revenge, but at least Slater stood up to Chris Jericho. And Jericho perhaps doesn't want any part of Slater tonight as he tags in his rookie Wade Barrett.
Wade Barrett, perhaps the best all-around competitor thus far here on NXT. Barrett won a competition.
Chris, he beat you last week, by the way. And nonetheless, here comes Christian. I like to call this team the team of Christian Slater.
Wow, how long you been thinking about that one?
Wade Barrett, 4-4 in NXT. Won the Talk the Talk Challenge a couple of weeks ago. And there's Christian, newest member of SmackDown, missile drop kick cover and a kick out by Barrett. I really like Wade Barrett as Christian takes Jericho out. And there's the big boot by the big man.
It goes back to what I was saying, that Wade Barrett is, okay.
What is wrong with him? Jericho just ripped our announce table apart out here. And here comes Chris Jericho. Jericho and Christian in action last night in a Raw versus SmackDown draft pick matchup. See Jericho hammering away. I guess he's really not taking that loss to Slater too good.
Not only did Chris Jericho lose to Slater last week right here, but as we mentioned before, Jericho lost at Extreme Rules, and it hasn't been a great week for Chris Jericho.
WWE Universe is on Chris Jericho here tonight, rightfully so, as Heath Slater looks on. Slater did apologize last night to Jericho. He says, "I'm sorry I beat you last week." Oh, that was pretty funny. I like Heath Slater. Kid's 5-2. He won the cake carry competition. And the thing about Slater is he not only owns a victory over Chris Jericho, but remember, he owns a victory over Carlito as well, Josh. Oh, Christian.
Great counter there by Christian, looking to make the tag here to Heath Slater. Slater's ready to go. Slater wants more of Chris Jericho.
And here comes Heath Slater, likes to call himself the one-man rock band, or a rock band without the instruments.
Either way you look at it, Heath Slater says he will blow your mind. He certainly blew the minds of all the members of the WWE Universe last week in defeating Chris Jericho one-on-one.
Nice neck breaker to Jericho. Slater quickly to the cover. Can you imagine if he pins Jericho 2 weeks in a row and Barrett makes sure it doesn't happen?
I don't think that Slater got all of that neck breaker. Christian certainly got all of that cross body.
He takes out Barrett, and we're left alone to Slater and Jericho in the ring in this pro and rookie tag team matchup. And look at Jericho.
Yeah, but watch out, Chris. The last time this happened, this happened.
Another counter by Slater. And this time, Jericho kicks out. And Jericho with a code breaker. From out of nowhere, quickly to the cover, hooks the leg, and Jericho picks up some revenge here tonight over a game. Heath Slater.
Here are your winners, Chris Jericho and Wade Barrett.
Well, how can you not be impressed with it, what Heath Slater's been doing over the past few weeks?
You have to be impressed by Heath Slater, as you should be impressed by Chris Jericho and Wade Barrett in winning this tag team match. But Heath Slater, no one can ever take away the fact that Slater defeated Chris Jericho in a one-on-one match last week here on NXT.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have our next competitor ready in the Seal the Deal Challenge. Let's head over to Matt Striker.
Okay, we're amongst the WWE Universe with Daniel Bryan. Daniel, you have 60 seconds to beat $60 in revenue. Here is your change. Ready, set, go!
Well, if there's any...
Okay, I'm not exactly a capitalist, so I'm not good with money, but here you go. There you go.
Yeah, but isn't the point of the competition to...
There you go. I don't need your money. We don't need money. Everything's free here. Everything's free.
Well, he's going to lose again.
There you go, guys. There you go. There you go.
Was he a socialist, a communist? Is that a capitalist? Great strategy, Daniel. You're going to lose again.
I don't think that Daniel Bryan's a loser here, Cole.
Hey. More. There you go. More. There you go.
Isn't the point of the competition to make money?
We're giving them away.
He's having
We're
fun.
giving them away.
He hasn't made a dime.
We don't need your money. We're giving everything away.
This
Down
is
with
ridiculous.
capitalism. There you go.
What?
There you go, Ed.
How many programs does he have in there?
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm done.
Well, yeah, you are.
And your total is 0. The Seal the Deal Challenge will continue as the night goes on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is an absolute tool, and he lost again. Doesn't he understand? You got to try to win these things.
Have you ever looked in a mirror?
A mirror?
You're
What's
the
a mirror?
definition of a tool.
What's a mirror?
You're a toolbox, actually.
Is that
They
the
put
Russian
tools
space station
inside
mirror?
of you because you are a toolbox.
Ladies and
Go
gentlemen,
ahead.
one of the great things about this show is to see how the rookies interact with their pros or the pros surrogates. We saw that last week.
This is a triple threat match here, and all-rookie triple threat match. Darren Young, Michael Tarver, and Skip Sheffield. Now pay attention right here as Darren Young was looking for the victory, and out of nowhere, Luke Gallows, a member of the Straight Edge Society, run by CM Punk. Punk, of course, is the pro to Darren Young. Luke Gallows trying to cost Young the match. It backfired on Gallows, and Darren Young continues to roll here on NXT.
Exactly. It was a perfect opportunity for you to get the win, and you messed up out there.
Yeah, but Luke shouldn't have been allowed down by the ring.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Somebody gives you an opportunity, you take it. A win is a win.
Okay.
You gotta focus and pay attention to every little detail. All the little things matters, you know what I mean?
Right.
You need some practice on that. As a matter of fact, give you some practice. Take my bags, all right? See you inside.
Whoa. You want me to carry bags?
There you go, see? You're getting it, huh? All the little things, details. I like it. You learn fast. Good. It's gonna get you far. Let's go.
Well, Tarver better do something. He hasn't won a match yet.
Michael Tarver's 0-6. Tarver goes one-on-one with Darren Young next.
The Seal the Deal Challenge continues with Justin Gabriel. Unload as much merchandise as you can in 60 seconds. $60 is the time to beat. What do you got?
Hey guys, please help me win this challenge because next week I want to fight a pro and show you what I'm good at, and that's wrestling.
Ready, set, go!
There you go, sir. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. There's some change. As well. Give me the change there. 15. 4. 5. 6. You need to change there, buddy? Thank you. $5 change. There you go.
Doing pretty well.
Thank you guys. All this American money looks the same to me, man.
He's from South Africa.
$5 change.
You think that's slowing him down a little bit?
$5 change. That's about 20 so far, dude. Here we go. No change, $5 over there. There we go. Over here. Not too bad, man. Wait. There you go, buddy. $5 change. There you go, buddy.
Okay. 22 programs.
Wow.
22 programs. Justin Gabriel is the leader. The Seal the Deal Challenge continues.
22 programs, that's like $5,000.
People who don't want to
Oh, $15 times 22. Help me out here. Let me get my calculator out. I'm good. $330. That's what we're being told. $330.
The following contest is a rookie versus rookie match.
You didn't know either.
Introducing first, from Akron, Ohio, weighing 250 pounds, Michael Tarver.
Well, Michael Tarver claims that he is not the underdog. He's no one's puppet. Is Michael Tarver misunderstood? Let's find out what the pros think of Michael Tarver.
I am Michael Tarver, and this is my destiny.
Michael Tarver's an interesting one. I think he kind of runs the spectrum. A lot of people don't see anything in him at all. A lot of people see something in him.
I haven't seen anything from Michael Tarver.
Michael Tarver, he's a character.
Michael Tarver, for me, is at the bottom of the list.
Michael Tarver, I think, is the sleeper. Unfortunately, there's people not taking him seriously.
Tarver is out. He's been eliminated.
What is wrong with this guy?
Who are you? That's what the universe here is asking Mr. Tarver.
To me, he's another one who's been saddled with a less than stellar pro.
Things are going from bad to worse for Michael Tarver.
Michael Tarver has a good chance of being the first guy voted off.
Michael Tarver's got skills. There's something there, but I haven't really put my finger on what that is yet.
Michael Tarver, I think he's a tough kid. He's a bit of a loose cannon.
You're looking at a pit bull off the leash, every last one of you.
If he listened more to Carlito, he'd probably be ranked #1.
And he needs to do something. He needs to do something very, very quickly.
Michael Tarver's got to take a step back, and he's got to start coming out with some results.
NXT is no longer a safe place to be. I am the most dangerous man in NXT. If there's any possible way for me to seize the moment, don't be in the way when I see it.
I think Michael Tarver's got a ton of potential, but he needs to help himself. He needs results quickly.
Tarver looking like he's smelling something bad right now.
And from Miami, Florida, weighing 242 pounds, Darren Young.
Darren Young comes into this matchup at 6-2, but his relationship with Luke Gallows of the Straight Edge Society, as we saw moments ago, really not up to par. Although he seems to begin impressing his pro CM Punk as of late, Josh.
Well, Darren Young at 6-2, Cole, as you mentioned, that's the best record of any of the NXT rookies.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, WWE Over the Limit is presented by Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, available May 18th on all major consoles and by Axe Hair. Get some hair action. Maybe Luke and Serena should look into some Axe Hair. So it is rookie versus rookie. Darren Young at 6-2. Michael Tarver at 0-6. Huge matchup, of course, here for Michael Tarver tonight.
Michael Tarver always has that snarl on his face, always upset, and Tarver should be upset with the fact that he's at the bottom of the Pros Bowl and he hasn't won a match yet.
Well, I can't see him selling many programs tonight either, Josh. Here's two of the problems with Michael Tarver. Number one, he does not stop complaining. Blogs about it all the time, says he hasn't been given a fair shake. Number two, he doesn't take these challenges seriously. He dropped the keg 1 week. Last week he failed to participate in the Rock'em Sock'em
But
Challenge.
Michael Tarver does take in-ring competition seriously, and I was watching Tarver as we watched that piece on Tarver. It looked like Michael was getting a little upset by what the pros were saying about Tarver.
Nice slam by Tarver that time. Quickly into the cover, hooks the leg on Darren Young, and a kick out. Now let's take a look at Darren Young. Here's a guy, in my estimation, who has really, really improved over the past number of weeks at NXT. I didn't think he was going anywhere when he was at the bottom of the first pros poll, but suddenly he's 6-2. He's impressed CM Punk, and he's rolling.
Darren Young has been ferocious over the past few weeks, intense, but he's also maintained his focus. And Darren Young seems to have a decent relationship now with his pro CM Punk. And remember, at the beginning, Punk wanted nothing to do with NXT or Darren Young.
You know, Carlito's relationship has been a bit strained as of late with Tarver.
Well, Michael Tarver's a head case.
Well, Michael Tarver's also cost Carlito a couple of matches on WWE Superstars on Thursday nights over the past few weeks, making some rookie mistakes. And Darren Young, that was neat.
Neat?
Little,
seriously?
Little twist and turn, and there's a nice drop kick up underneath the chin, and Young building momentum yet again. Ooh, feisty tonight.
Oh, that's Darren Young in
Here's
control
a cover
right now.
Hook of the leg, kick out at 2.
Young, unmistakable with the headband and the wild hair that Darren Young possesses. I like the mohawk, though, too, of Michael Tarver. As far as hair goes, they're tied.
But remember, we're just 2 weeks away from the first elimination. It is pressure time for Michael Tarver. Luke Gallows doesn't seem too impressed with Darren Young, however. You think maybe a jealousy factor building in there a bit?
I think professional jealousy, yes, and the fact that CM Punk has been kind of endearing himself to Darren Young over the past few weeks is probably not making Luke Gallows all that happy.
Gallows has always been Punk's golden boy, and perhaps now Darren Young going to curry a little more favor with Punk.
Well, but maybe Darren Young and Luke Gallows are fighting over Serena.
Look at Serena, and look at Luke Gallows taking out Tarver with the referee's view obstructed. That was unexpected. Helping Young there. And Darren Young capitalizes. Can he pick up the cover? Here's the hook to the leg, and he does. Darren Young with the victory to move to 7-2.
Here is your winner, Darren Young.
Well, I didn't quite expect that out of Luke Gallows here tonight. But perhaps the Straight Edge Society is again on the same page.
Over the past few weeks, we've learned to expect the unexpected from the Straight Edge Society. As we take another look here at what happened, you see Serena on the left-hand side of your screen popping up on the apron, distracting the referee. Luke Gallows comes in. Darren Young picks up the scraps, and unorthodox float over into the cover, but he gets 3 seconds nonetheless and picks up the victory.
Darren Young now 7-2.
Oh, but look, you see how Luke Gallows pulled Serena away from Darren Young?
Well, let's not try to read too much into this, ladies and gentlemen.
Jealousy, it's jealousy, Cole.
Young is 7-2, but if you're Michael Tarver, you've really got to be concerned at this point. However, Josh, he's 0-7, just 2 weeks away from the first elimination.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Seal the Deal Challenge will continue. Here's the host of NXT, Matt Striker.
The Seal the Deal Challenge continues. Sell as much merchandise as you can in 60 seconds. We've retabulated Justin Gabriel's total. The total to beat now, $210. Here are your programs. Here is your change. You have 60 seconds. Ready, set, go.
First of all, celebrities don't do manual labor. So I need a personal assistant to help me out. You two right here.
I like that.
Come on, sell them. I got the money right here. There we go. $30. Come on, get him now. There you go. Give him the program right there, right here. Give him the program right here. Come on, give me some more. Who wants some more? Come on. Get it, kids, get it. There we go. Give him a program right here. Who else? Come on. Give him the program, give him the program, give him the program. Over here, back here. Back here, back here. Give him the program. Right here, right here, right here. I'm right here. Pass him back. Pass him back. Come on. Come on, who's got money? Who's got money? Give me the money. Show me the money. There you go. Give it to him. There. Right there. I see somebody's got money right there. Give him the program over here. Pass it back. Look at this money. Look at this money. You call me money like Mayweather. Come on, Money Otunga. That's my name. Give him a program right here. Right here, right here. Give him a program right here. Give him a program. These two. Right here, right here. Back here.
Okay, we will tabulate and have David Otunga's total as the Seal the Deal Challenge continues.
The A-list did pretty good. I like that. Celebrities don't do manual labor. I need assistance.
Kind of reminds me of you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come tonight, it's our NXT Rookie versus NXT Pro main event. Skip Sheffield looks to overpower the Pro The Miz. Can Sheffield do it? We'll find out tonight.
Great job, assistant. From Raw, every superstar from SmackDown is here tonight.
Very interesting. You never know who is going where.
CM Punk, the go to sleep. Team SmackDown has won a draft pick. Whoa! The Big Show.
The largest athlete in the world, Jericho, with a code breaker. Kofi Kingston is coming to Friday nights. This could be Starship Pain.
And Swagger saw it coming. SmackDown has another draft pick.
Go! The Live Wire, the Igniter, Christian.
And he made it pretty clear to Jack Swagger. He wants that World Heavyweight Championship. Watch it. And there's Michelle with a big boot.
Oh, no! Kelly comes to Friday Night SmackDown.
What? We might as well pick our guy now. What do you think?
Count out victory for Hornswoggle. Raw gets the draft pick?
Oh, yeah. Chris Jericho, six-time world champion, is heading back to Monday nights. Major draft pick.
The following is a 10-man dual-branded battle royal where the winning brand will receive 3 draft picks.
Both feet must touch the floor. You must be thrown over the top rope in order to be eliminated.
High drama here on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. 3 draft picks hanging in the balance in this battle royal. Somebody's got to go, teetering here on the apron. And there goes Mysterio. Oh, stunning. Oh, yeah. The shaman is sexy. John Morrison. We're going to have some fun on Monday nights.
And that's the truth. We still got another.
Suddenly, Monday Night Raw is rated R.
You think you know me?
A triple threat match to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. RKO! They got her!
Who the heck? Spear! That's Edge!
Who's now a part of Monday Night Raw?
And has inserted himself into the championship picture.
Here's the cover. Batista steals it. Batista wins. Edge marking his territory, staking his claim. Oh my, how the landscape has changed on Monday Night Raw. Edge making immediate impact on Monday Night Raw during the draft. And for all the draft results, go right now to WWE.com.
You know that all 8 of our NXT rookies would love to be drafted one day to Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown, especially Justin Gabriel, who's been quite impressive thus far on NXT.
All the way from Cape Town, South Africa, ranked 3rd, Justin Gabriel!
Justin Gabriel has been electrifying the WWE Universe with that. What a move by 450 splash.
Justin Gabriel has an incredible move. It's inexplainable. You love it.
very exciting.
Justin Gabriel reminds me of a younger Matt Hardy.
I couldn't have asked for a better coach. He's helped me out so much with everything. I call him my sensei.
His biggest detriment is his coach. I really don't know what Matt Hardy is going to be able to teach Justin Gabriel besides how to MySpace or Twitter.
Justin Gabriel to me is a one-trick pony. He has a very nice flashy finish. Big deal. I don't know who Justin Gabriel is.
You just really need to build upon his personality.
A lot of flowers grow in South Africa. I'm not really a big fan of flowers.
90% of his business is image, and he has the right image.
He's got the dedication, he's got the talent.
I think he just need to combine the two and just be more explosive with that.
My goal is to help my rookie take his weaknesses and strengthen them. He has all the tools as an athlete, but he needs a complete package as a performer.
And Gabriel off to a solid start, including the match last week versus David A-List Otunga, who's been having some issues with his pro, R-Truth.
A little more than issues. You see right there, R-Truth was trying to give some advice to Otunga before Otunga's match. David Otunga just blew off his pro, R-Truth, and it cost Otunga in the end.
Yeah, R-Truth has decided not to help his rookie out as Otunga asked for it. It cost A-List the matchup. A little tough love from R-Truth.
I was showing you in the ring. It's easy science. Practice how you play. Sunset flip. All you had to do was reach down, hook the legs. 1, 2, 3. Otunga wins the match. Simple.
You know, this tricky stuff you showing me is all well and good, but all you had to do was grab my hands. That's it.
Grab your hands.
Grab my hands, they were right there, dog.
Easy handout, right? Here you go. Truth don't play that. It's survival of the fittest here. You get in where you fit in. Truth is, Otunga, if you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch.
Hey, R-Truth's right. There's no easy handouts in the WWE.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 4 down, 4 to go in the Seal the Deal Challenge. Who will sell the most merchandise and win the challenge tonight?
Okay, Heath Slater, you've already won the Keg Carry Challenge. Now you must sell over $315 worth of merchandise. Here's your change. Ready, set, go!
Who wants to buy some? Let me have that. Here you go, here you go. Who wants some, huh? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, who wants some more? Who wants some more?
And the $315 Matt alluded to was for David A-List Otunga moments ago, who is in the lead.
Here. Oh, hey, get back to here.
Guess it pays to have assistance.
Change. Hey. Here we go, here we go. Who wants some more? Who wants some more?
Heath Slater,
Come
not
on,
exactly
people.
a
Come
very
on,
good salesman.
people. I've already beaten 2 pros. Let's make it 3. Thank you, bud. I need more books.
Again, Slater alluding to the fact that the winner of this challenge will get to pick the pro of his choice to face next week in a matchup.
I know, here.
I don't think that Slater would pick Chris Jericho if he won.
You did not beat $315, but great job, Heath Slater. The deal challenge continues.
And Josh, if we have the numbers correct, right now David A-List Otunga is in the lead in this challenge. Again, another important week. What are you doing?
Doing math.
Well, you know, they have calculators today. They actually put them on your phone.
I do it the old-fashioned way with a pen.
You're doing really well at it.
Oh, David A-List Otunga's in first place. He's got $315, so I don't know what your problem is. Actually, I thought from calling 6 hours of TV over the past few days that you'd lose your voice and I could do this all by myself.
Never.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Okay, Darren Young, $315, what you have to beat in 60 seconds. Ready, set, go!
Universe, help me out a little bit. Do you want to see CM Punk versus Darren Young? Let's go. There you go.
Guess Darren Young made it clear who he wants to face next week if he wins this
CM
challenge,
Punk,
his own pro.
Darren Young. Oh. Come on, help me out, please. Help me out.
All that pleading and
CM Punk,
begging isn't
Darren
going to
Young,
help
I'm
out
ready.
Darren
I'm tired
Young.
of this.
How do you know? You ever sold anything
Is
in
he
your
even
life?
speaking English?
You know what?
Something in Young's mouth? What is going on
Help
here?
me out, please. Got it?
When you bought your Ford Focus, was this how the car salesman treated you?
can't
No,
cut-
I bought an Altima.
Take it easy.
10
That haircut of
seconds.
Darren Young might be scaring
Come
people.
on, CM Punk.
Or maybe the
Darren
fact
Young.
that Matt Stryker is hanging on his shoulder.
Wink Martindale.
Oh, don't attack me now.
Okay, let's see the bag. Did not beat David Otunga, still the leader with 315.
Well, I honestly, Josh, cannot wait for the next competitor in this challenge because it's going to be Michael Tarver. He's had some interesting challenges over the past
Well, let's
few
see.
weeks.
Michael Tarver in the Rock'em Sock'em Rookies competition just dropped the, what do you call that thing? The stick, the deal, the pugil
stick.
just dropped it all together, didn't even bother to compete. His promo in Talk to Talk was absolutely awful. So let's see what Michael Tarver has to do here.
Don't forget, he blamed baby oil on causing him to drop the keg, remember?
I do remember.
Here we go, Michael Tarver time.
Okay, Michael Tarver, $315 is your tally to beat. You got 60 seconds, pal. This is NXT. Time to man up.
In case you haven't noticed, I just lost a match. I don't have to sell myself. WWE should sell me. I am the product.
Ready, set, go.
Oh, what a shock.
Tarver doesn't have the bag.
He's not going to do it, Josh. He hasn't participated in one of these challenges yet.
Okay, so where's Michael Tarver going?
I'm the product. I'm the product. I am the product. I am the product.
Well, does Michael Tarver understand he has to compete in these challenges to win them?
What just happened?
I have no idea.
He just left.
Yeah, he
Michael
left.
Tarver's gone.
He lost the match and he left tonight. And I think the only thing stupider than that tonight was the fact that Daniel Bryan saying he wasn't a capitalist and he was giving programs away. That was really stupid.
The challenge continues. Wade Barrett, here's your change. $315 the tally to beat. Ready, set, go.
You know something, Matt Stryker? I think I've already proved tonight that I am the #1 rookie on NXT. I was part of the team that beat Christian. So I'm not so sure my motivation's where it needs to be to win this competition, but you do know that I like money. So this money, Stryker, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put it in my back pocket, and I'm leaving. And there ain't a thing that you or anybody in WWE is gonna do about that.
I like that. I like Wade Barrett. Take the money and run. Now that was impressive.
What do you like about that?
He just took the money. He took Mr. McMahon's money and left the arena. Hey, you take Mr. McMahon's money every week, so you know what that's all about.
Not a lot of people know about it. Do you understand that by winning the competition, though, Wade Barrett would have an opportunity to compete next week against a pro of his choosing?
Doesn't matter.
I assume it would be in the main event.
We're going to tally up all the final numbers and hear from the winner when we come back on NXT.
Ladies and gentlemen, still to come, it's our main event. It's rookie versus pro. It's Skip Sheffield one-on-one with The Miz. Can Skip Sheffield take the next step in being the WWE's next breakout star? We'll find out next.
We are back on NXT, the winner of the Seal the Deal Challenge in just a moment, but I'm real interested to see what the pros think about the non-capitalist.
You're talking about Daniel Bryan, of course, and many people feel that Daniel Bryan is the most gifted of all 8 of our NXT rookies, including my broadcast colleague, Michael Cole. Since no one cares what he thinks, let's take a look at what the pros think of Daniel Bryan.
I've been wrestling all over the world for the last 10 years. Finally, I have an opportunity here in the WWE.
Daniel Bryan, #1 in the pros poll.
I think Daniel Bryan being ranked #1 is dead on.
He's already, in my opinion, a superstar, and he's just going to continue to show his upside. He's very, very good, and he deserves what he gets.
You know, some people have him pegged right off the bat to win NXT.
Daniel Bryan's ready to go in a lot of people's opinions.
Daniel Bryan is #1. How is he #1?
And Bryan loses another matchup He has beaten no one.
That must mean something.
You walk back there!
Daniel Bryan and Miz, it's like oil and water together.
I bring the best out of people.
Miz did say he was going to slap some personality into his rookie.
He's got a long, tough road, but with all the negatives that the Miz are trying to throw at him, I think that if anybody could come back, probably be him.
Maybe if he listened to me, he'd be a winner.
I'm the one that makes you a star!
Daniel Bryan still now has to prove to the world that he can have a personality, because you have to have a personality to survive in the Shark Tank known as the WWE.
You either tap or you snap.
If he can achieve that, then I see nothing but great things in his future.
What a night it's been here on NXT. Please welcome the winner of tonight's challenge, $315 worth of merchandise, A-List David Otunga. Now, you've earned a match next week against a WWE pro of your choosing. Who's it gonna be?
Well, you know, this is a hard choice. There's Captain Charisma. There's Chris Jericho, former world champion. I could duplicate what Heath Slater did. But you know what? Something's really irritating me today. One person in particular who thinks they know a little too much. I want to face R-Truth.
Whoa. Wow, there you have it. David Otunga versus R-Truth next week.
Yeah. I think it's time the student beats the teacher. Oh, it's going to happen. You can count on that.
Bold words from the A-List, who will face his own pro, Raw's newest superstar, R-Truth, next week. Look at this face of Miz. We'll tell you all about how that happened in a moment.
The following contest is a WWE Pro versus NXT rookie match, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds. He is the United States champion, The Miz.
Great camaraderie there between a pro and rookie. Nonetheless, Miz's jaw extremely swollen, and here's why. Monday Night Raw last night, Miz Show defending the Unified Tag Team titles against the Hart Dynasty.
Well, the Miz has gotten himself, well, his mouth has gotten the Miz in a lot of trouble, and you can see the Hart Dynasty, the Heart Attack, setting up the victory here as Tyson Kidd with the sharpshooter, paying homage to the Hall of Famer on the outside. You'll see him, Bret the Hitman Hart. The Miz had no choice but to tap out. And Miz Show losing the Unified Tag Team titles.
And the WWE Universe exploded when the Hart Dynasty won. But what was also newsworthy is what happened after the matchup. The Big Show has had enough of the Miz's mouth, collapsing the jaw of the United States champion.
And from College Station, Texas, weighing 283 pounds, Skip Sheffield.
So the man set to go one-on-one with Skip Sheffield. Going to be interesting, Josh, because Sheffield's been on sort of a mini roll as of late. Finished second place in a couple of challenges, actually won the challenge last week, the Rock'em Sock'em Rookies Challenge, and trying to make some headway as we head toward the first elimination in 2 weeks on NXT.
Well, as a result of winning the Rock'em Sock'em Rookies Challenge last week, Skip Sheffield took over WWE.com for 24 hours. Over 10 million people witnessed photos of Skip Sheffield.
Love to have been able to hear that conversation between Regal and Miz.
There's a little history between William Regal and The Miz dating back to a few weeks ago. Cole, you'll remember when we were in England and The Miz took a little bit of advantage of William Regal.
It is very painful for me to talk. Due to the trauma inflicted upon my face by Big Show sucker punching me, which is the only way he could do this. I will not be able to compete tonight. Taking my place will be Daniel Bryan. Get in here. Get in here.
That must hurt. You can't blame Miz. I mean, look at the condition that his jaw is in. Really shouldn't be expected to compete here tonight, so he puts his rookie in his place. And this is an interesting match now, Josh. We've got 0-5 Sheffield against 0-8 Bryan, and look at the strength of the corn-fed meathead.
I'm just waiting for you to go ahead and start burying Daniel Bryan. I'm giving you a format to do that.
No, I'm actually was interested in a lot of things the pros had to say about Daniel Bryan and the high obstacle that he does have to overcome to make it as a eventual pro here in WWE. Hey, I don't take anything about it. Very well skilled. Great technical wrestler is Daniel Bryan.
In the first 30 seconds of this contest, Daniel Bryan has taken the much larger Skip Sheffield off of his feet. And this is where Daniel Bryan is so dangerous in close situations, in submission holds. Who knows the kind of pressure and pain that Daniel Bryan just put Skip Sheffield in now, and now Bryan in control.
Well, Sheffield made it to the ropes, forcing the break, and look at Bryan. And here's where the power and strength of Sheffield comes into play, shoving Bryan around, and there's a clothesline, turning Bryan inside out. Hey, the pros can say what they want about Daniel Bryan. Bottom line, Josh, he's won nothing yet. Nothing. Ooh! Good night. Collapsing Bryan's jaw. It's over. Skip Sheffield makes short work of Daniel Bryan, who is now 0-9. Sheffield with his first win.
Your winner, Skip Sheffield.
Okay, cheerleader, let's go. Defend that. Defend
Daniel Bryan didn't know that he was going to be competing here tonight.
Be quiet. Enough.
Daniel Bryan wasn't expecting to compete.
And Skip Sheffield was planning on taking on this.
Daniel Bryan certainly looked good in the opening moments of this contest. Hard, Japanese strong style kicks from Bryan. Look at this. Drop kick in the corner, Sheffield down, but I mean, Skip Sheffield so powerful, just like this, can turn things around.
Doesn't matter. Sheffield's 1-5 now. Bryan is 0-9 thanks to this.
Innovative offense from Skip Sheffield.
And the important point tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Skip Sheffield could be peaking at the right time. Daniel Bryan can't get out of this momentumless rut. We've got just one more week to impress. Just one more week before the first rookie is eliminated on NXT.